Hey everybody, welcome to another Age of Grogu, and I got me Elijah, Jason, and Max, and tonight we'll be watching episode 7 of the Acolyte. Um, yeah, I've been enjoying the show so far. I'm curious to see what this, I'm going to assume, is going to be part 2 of our flashback tonight.
The other side of the coin.
The other side of the coin, yeah.
See Kalnaka on the thumbnail.
Oh, okay, yeah. The episode there is
It's
called
crazy to think
Choice.
all this got Yord killed.
I know, yeah, right? I mean, it feels
Just because
like...
they did this like 20 years ago, Yord got his neck snapped.
The Jedi are failing upwards, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I still feel like there's a dark side influence on Brendok. I think it was where we in the planet. We'll see what happens.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, that's the issue when you think you're right, And
well, it's not a matter of thinking you're right. I'm just speculating. I'm always going to be whatever they give us kind of thing. But I always feel, it feels like, it would be the right place to have a dark element to it. We'll see how this all goes. I'm kind of curious to see it. Any thoughts for tonight, guys?
No.
I think it's going to go really bad for those Jedi in the flashback. Or not the Jedi, the mothers in the flashback.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're going to see the flip side of the coin, guys. So I think we should do this. Let's check this out. On 3, 2, and 1.
I'm so excited to see what happened.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm going to guess like a massacre. Like, I don't think they died naturally. They're all fallen in like a mass grave.
Yeah, but who? Who did that?
Who did it?
I'm going to guess the guys with the laser swords.
And
there could be a twist where Yord did it. I mean, not Yord.
Yord.
Not Yord.
I don't think he's around at the time.
What's the Sith's name? Chimere?
Kamir.
Yeah, Kamir. I think it could be him. Because he did kind of hint that he was old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he's around here. It just depends on,
hooded people.
Depends on what kind of story they're going to tell. I mean, we still don't know yet. It's like, ooh, nice. Ooh.
It was cool. Baby Palpatine all along.
Yeah, baby Palpatine. Yeah.
Are those dice stones?
Could be.
It always starts innocently.
Yeah. Funny. Are they surveying?
We ain't found shit.
There's no one here, and if we were going to find something, we probably would have found it by now.
Oh, there's nothing like a whiny Padawan.
Because of a hyperspace disaster. Yet this planet.
Oh! The hyperspace disaster. That's part of the High Republic books.
Oh, they mentioned it.
Yeah.
Did you guys try Wookiee cooking?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It seemed like they'd be able to cook.
I don't see him wearing a hairnet. Everywhere.
Yeah, it might have a little hair in it.
A whole hairnet.
They're at risk of burning themselves.
That's why I have a Padawan and you do not.
Oh, snap. Wow, that's a burn.
Split up then.
That really is a cool speeder. So they really... Well, I guess they were looking for our virgins. They didn't realize it was around people, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, man. They totally groom these kids.
Oh, he's watching. He's watching it.
Let it go, May.
So obviously this was an ancient civilization that... the hyperspace burn, I think, if it was right, damaged planets and stuff, so...
Mm-hmm.
So did the Night Witches kind of create the life on the planet then, or
This is like a vault, like some Fallout vault, like a. I mean, they're obviously secure in something. Can I climb that? Whoa.
Cool.
So the life that's created, he's talking about the girls. Are they a result of that? Right?
Oh,
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the reverse of when... Remember I was mentioning that Korra steps in.
He's watching the whole time.
He's watching the whole time, so...
He's been peeping around. He's a peeper.
That's what gets Coral's interest. Then obviously she's gonna.
Who,
Yeah,
what?
there we
Guess
go.
his new name's Peeping Soul.
All right, there's the reverse of that shot then.
Oh yeah. And she looks at the.
Yeah.
What if the girls are in danger?
Soul's way too emotional.
I know you would.
Oh, that's nice.
That kind of sucks.
We should go as a team.
Fine. But we must be
Well,
vigilant.
they're really messing up.
Yeah, I think they did a big treasonous oopsie.
This is feeling more
As
like it's
George
just the
Bluth would
Jedi just
say,
really,
they
really
accidentally
screwed up.
created-
Yeah.
Yeah, as George Bluth would say, they accidentally committed some light treason.
Yeah.
She just left them alone.
We thought this planet was uninhabited.
The all-knowing Jedi were ignorant of their surroundings.
Okay, wow, that line now really hurts. Oh, shit.
Corbin,
Is she entering his mind? Yeah.
son of
Oh, we get to see it from his POV.
Yeah. The Jedi have got this whole kind of... You have no choice but to almost practically allow us to, test your children, no matter what.
Yeah,
I know.
You're going to do it because we told you so.
Testing the twins is not something we can take seriously. Osha's too old to join the order.
I want a
I
Padawan.
feel she's meant to be my Padua.
No.
Coven will never let her leave.
What is it with
They are
Soul
so
and...
insular.
Yeah, she's too old.
That's true. She may have resisted being.
It's
one.
good that Indara's the
There's no way to know.
Voice of reason.
the voice of reason and the wisdom
Not
behind
the
this.
Jedi.
She's saying all the right things. She's doing it
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Soul's obsession is just like kind of crazy then.
Does he massacre all of them just so you get a Padawan? All this for a Padawan? She was.
Oh, are we gonna get May first? Yeah, we're gonna get May first. Sweet.
What is that?
More deep.
A necklace.
The image hasn't done it.
Oh, they're doing.
Hey, Gonk.
They're giving the bank. They're doing the Bankman test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of wavy lines.
What's Indara? Or is she just... Huh.
Jedi things.
Maybe. Yeah. That makes sense.
Let me talk to the council.
They've already made their decision, Soul.
But Osha paused.
After you coached her.
He just wants to go home. I just want to go home.
Is Soul just gonna be rash about this?
The scary witch told him he can go home.
He's really becoming Soul's.
Leave him alone.
You don't get to
Indara's in the right, and so are the Jedi.
Yeah.
Only a virgins could create that type of power. This is it.
Which is what they're searching for.
This is our ticket home!
Stop him! He'll knock and I will take the ship!
Really?
Then I get to go home.
I'm out of here.
Corbin.
Yeah.
As soon as he took the Darwish vow, I knew something bad was going to happen to him.
Just let Corbin go home. It caused too much trouble.
She insta PTSD'd him.
I must discuss the situation with everyone here. But we will consider your
I wish you were able to see why Osha wants to be a Jedi so bad.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like... You know what? I mean, just the fact that May's kind of more dark and Osha's light,
Yeah,
splitting
I'm
that,
not
you've still got the light
towards-
and the darkness, and the light's always going to head towards the light. The dark's always going to head towards, naturally towards
I
the dark.
think we
So,
should take that.
Naturally, leans towards the Jedi. It's like, I just got to be a Jedi. I don't know why. I just
yeah,
got to.
yeah.
I was thinking about it as a twin. If there's two options, I'm going to choose one. My brother's going to choose the other.
The Jedi will not
Right.
worry before they attack.
Oh yeah, good. You're a twin, of course. Yeah. So, Max, you chose the dark side, right?
Yeah, I kept thinking during this show, me and my brother are kind of like May and Osha. He chose one side, and I chose the other.
Oh, okay.
Very
So it
much,
becomes it becomes an electrical fire. It charges throughout the system, I guess.
They could have showed
Makes
that in the
sense.
first part.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right there. Doesn't look like we're getting any Sith action going on. So they're going to take over.
Step and it will be our last.
They're going to
Why are you walking like that, Saul?
take over
Yeah.
Tobin again, aren't they?
Come with me.
Someday those noble intentions you will have will destroy every Jedi in the galaxy.
A crossbow.
Oh. Whoa! Night Sister magic.
She's Dracula.
What was going on there?
What the hell?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh! Damn! Is this why Saul's the last to die? And will May actually now kill him in the end? I got a feeling May's gonna kill Saul by next episode.
She has more reason to.
Yeah, she does.
All the reasons to.
Yeah, every reason, yeah.
Oops.
Whoa! Nice! Nice! Tobin's taking out the arrows, that's awesome.
Yeah. Dang, Torben.
Really screwed up, Saul.
No. He's the bad guy. This whole time.
Not you.
Oh shit! Oh, well.
Oh, they got caught.
Now we're going to see a Wookiee lightsaber fight. That's in the scariest way. Oh shit. Power of many, I guess. Oh man. Oh! Ooh!
Everything I've ever wanted.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, damn! Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do is face up with a frickin' pissed off Wookiee.
Dude, I can't even imagine like how bad that would be. A pissed off Wookiee Jedi.
Oof.
Always ripping your arm off.
Damn!
And that's how he got the star.
Whoa! Nice.
There's still time to save Han.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Trinity.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that was such a Trinity move.
Yeah.
And then witches.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, is that?
I don't.
How they
really?
died?
Huh. That's not terribly good.
She unplugged them.
Yeah.
I know, right? She went to their mind. She said, "Pick up the phone."
I don't know how I feel about that.
I know it wasn't the coolest. All the ones
Yeah.
that come back to that much of dead people.
Yeah.
But Kamaka's fight was awesome.
Yeah. Saul.
Okay.
Bastard.
Let's see what happens to May and what happens.
What have you done?
Let's save the one that wants to be a Jedi.
I know.
Kind of makes
So it's
sense.
kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah, Saul's really. Oh.
God, Saul's the worst.
Oh, we're not going to get May's point of view. Okay.
Oh, he's got you.
And we all predicted this moment would be like, this is the
Her
conversation.
motivations are,
Wow.
her motivations are clear.
Yeah.
Send a message to Coruscant.
This is the conversation where they're going to hide everything up, right?
Messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't speak of this.
Yeah.
I warned you not to interfere.
Well, Tobin's happy.
I warned both of you.
I wanted the twins to be safe.
Okay, so Tobin betraying his master obviously is what sent him off the edge of
Man, being responsible
choices.
for the death of
Yeah.
a whole
Master!
yeah.
tribe of people.
Master!
May burned down the witch's fortress, and everyone was lost.
Oh, jeez.
From a certain point of view.
Well.
Started a fire.
Oh, of course we're not getting. Of course we're not getting May's perspective. This is Saul retelling it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's the end.
That's it.
Wow. Okay.
There's all souls. Oh, it's
Yeah. I mean,
Saul, man.
Saul and Torben definitely are the key instigators in moments in that episode. That's for sure.
Kamnaka was kind of innocent.
Yeah, he really was. But then, of course, because his possession, obviously, because we've seen each of them have taken a.
Yeah, but he didn't even hurt anyone.
No, he didn't hurt anyone. But the thing is that each character was affected in a form, and we saw that form. Kalnak went obviously into retreat, and continually had the imagery of the Night Witches, the Night Mothers, patterns.
Yeah, I
and stuff
imagine
in
it
his
messed
head.
him up mentally, but at least he doesn't have blood on his hands like Saul and the rest of them.
No, yeah, that's it. I mean, even Indara is almost like, okay, so there goes the idea that Indara is ever a dark side user. That was my original theory. But at the same time, it's like,
she's like a dirty cop. She's like,
yeah,
all right, Brad, you killed him. It's over. Now, this is what we're gonna tell the chief.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah, she covered it up, didn't she? So, what are your thoughts, guys?
But she was in the right the whole time.
She was in the right the whole time, and then
she cover their asses.
To cover their asses at the end, she ended up by covering it up.
Right here, we can't. We fucked up so bad.
Yeah.
That we can't tell them this.
Yeah.
You swept it under war crimes. That's literally they did war crimes.
They war crimes.
Yeah.
And it makes sense how Torben feels the way he does.
Yeah, absolutely.
And why May wants him dead. Because they totally did war crimes.
Yeah. I mean, but
Saul is just still teaching people.
That's it. Saul is the one who seems to be at peace with
the worst.
All, and he's actually almost the worst. And it's like, it's interesting. It's like, and now it goes back to the fact that we've got May and Saul on the same ship together. And I feel like originally I was thinking May might turn to towards the Jedi and the light, but now after that incident, I feel like she's just waiting for her moment now, and Saul's going to be taken out, is what my guess is next week.
He's going to accept it at this point.
I think so, yeah.
So is Osha going to find out really what happened too? Are they a dyad?
Well, they might be. I mean, her putting the helmet on at the same time.
How's she going to react to the truth?
Well,
because
again,
he didn't know either.
Because it feels like this whole idea of the dyad, that they're both they're not even twins. They're literally
clones.
Well, not even clones. They're two of the same energy. Even the Force, they said, was split into two separate individual pieces from the same thing. So, I guess whatever connection with putting on the helmet, she's going to hear this whole story. Is what my guess is, because I'm guessing that's Saul telling the story of what happened to May.
You think so? So she puts on the helmet, that she's going to hear that.
She's going to hear. That's what I think it might be. Yeah, because the helmet's supposed to be a connection conduit of in that sense as well, and because they're both a dyad, it feels like that's going to hype. It's almost like, as you said, Magneto's helmet. I think Max last week it was like that element, but I'm still curious.
The song on here is the actress singing. the song.
Oh yeah, the end credits.
That released.
Yeah. I'll listen
weird
to it later.
Hearing a song like this for a Star Wars show.
I put it on pause, so I didn't hear it out. But
I turned it off.
What are your thoughts on the episode, guys?
It's good.
Yeah.
Well done. Definitely well done episode. Definitely was able to frame that incident in a much darker light. And even if it was a dark story, they twisted it to make it creepier on the Jedi's part. So where even from their angle, they were wrong and kind of downright, like almost scary to these people at first, and then just kind of messed up and got all of them.
They are the intruders. The Jedi were the intruders.
But it's not at fault of the Jedi, because the Indara was like representing the true Jedi in the whole group. Yeah. And she was saying everything right and doing all the things. Yeah. It was the motivations of individuals that caused the issues.
Yeah. Which, of course, we see become the downfall of the Jedi in general. I mean, even Mother Anissa has that link. You'll be the downfall of the Jedi kind of thing overall. And
what was
she's not half right.
Yeah. So Anya Seo was trying to get in their heads. Is that what she was doing when she was all turning cloudy like that?
No, you know what? I don't know because
I think she was sucking like the force out of them or something. Where it was, I think it was implied that it could have been lethal.
I don't know. Maybe it was an escape because she was trying to. I mean,
I don't think she was trying to attack. She was just trying to get May out of there.
Yeah, and that's it. Was May also broke apart too, and it's like
May was starting to dissolve.
Yeah, so it felt like she was just going to grab her and run, and that was the way they could have done that. But Saul acted instinctively as it been an attack, and accidentally took her out in the middle of running, which is kind of
been living with this guilt his whole life.
Yeah, but it's like I don't feel as bad for Saul as I was earlier. That I feel like
bad guy.
He really is. He's the one who made all the most mistakes. He was impulsive. He went in to get her.
Yeah.
He was he obviously killed Mother and Anissa. Coral, she obviously escaped. I'm guessing.
I think she might show up again.
Yeah, I feel like there needs to be a point that she shows up again, for sure. But I don't know in what capacity, and it's weird that it's been so long that she hadn't tried to find either one of them that we're aware of. So,
well, they both left planet, and she doesn't know how to use technology.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a good point too. The episode itself was okay for me. I mean, it didn't. I did enjoy episode 3 better, and I say that because I enjoyed the mystery behind everything, and I feel like there's always this weird thing when you get told the other part of the story, and it didn't click as well for me in the second one. I think there was just some pacing element issues along the way, but it was interesting. I'm trying to digest it all. Elijah, what were your thoughts?
I liked it. It's this is definitely, all of these shows have definitely been different for like Star Wars and the way that they're writing it.
Yeah.
But I like how it's set up. Thought it was pretty interesting that the tablet thing. It's like the kind of first time we've seen them use a tablet as so much. Like they're really like we're relying on that tablet. Because I just thought it was kind of an interesting prop to see.
It's like an iPad with
to see in Star Wars. It's an interesting prop or a thing to see in the Star Wars universe, because that's like this is pre everything else. So they have like a tablet, something like that they're using. That I don't know. I just it's just kind of like one thing I picked up on.
I was hoping to see how May more or less. She obviously, I'm going to guess she either saved herself or Coral came in, but obviously not, because we see at the end of the last episode.
If you don't see someone die on screen, if you don't see them die on screen,
but at the same time, yeah. But I just I guess she's had enough power of the Force to save herself as well.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see that. We'll maybe see that.
Maybe
she was pretty adequate with using the Force. We trust that she survived.
She survived because we only saw her alone at the end of episode 3. She was stood in front of the tree by herself. How she gets off the planet, how that all continues, we don't know that part of the story either. Maybe we'll get that part of the story next week. I mean, it feels like it's an important element as to how
side stories.
Yeah, where did May go from being stuck on the planet with possibly the only other survivor being Mother Coral to aligning with Camilla? I mean,
there's a whole other. There's like civilization on that planet.
No, well, there was a civilization on that planet.
No, there is. Like they're right when like in the episode where we first see it, they're like
No, the Jedi thought that they were isolated.
No, the Jedi thought they were isolated. Yeah.
Well, so that was all within their temple when
that was.
That was everyone.
Yeah, that was it.
Spice pops.
Yeah, that was basically ice spice.
What was their little treats?
Spice cream.
Spice cream. But like, man. Yeah. So wasn't the revelation you were hoping for, Brent?
Wasn't the revelation I was hoping for?
Sweet though, right?
The Kanaka fight was fantastic. I thought.
Yeah, at least we got a fight.
Nice moves in there.
Good way of like squeezing in a cool lightsaber fight.
I mean, it's still again going back to the combat. They obviously they mentioned specifically Camilla has got no technique of any sort and uses his own random process.
He has a technique. It's just not the way do it.
Yeah, so it was interesting to see a traditional lightsaber fight over what we saw in Episode 5. I think Episode 5 had some of the best lightsaber fighting that we'd ever seen. This was traditional lightsaber fighting, but it was really like menacing to see this big ass Wookiee come bolting. Like they even the stomping of his feet on as he's like boom 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 running towards Sol. There was like, oh, that's like a train about to hit you right in the right in the face. It's like there's some cool stuff.
Yeah, we kind of knew there was like hint that something was like a fight happened because you see Torben's face in that last episode is all scratched
in
up.
Episode 3.
Yeah,
but it was all out of focus, so they didn't allow us to focus on it. But yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, I as I said, I don't know. I think I'm mostly just trying to digest it because there's things in there I was like, okay, this feels weird, but maybe it's just my. This goes back to what we were talking about, Jason, with your thought process on the Jedi, that the Jedi, are constantly the ones who are, you've said it most, failing upwards, and they really failed upwards here. And I think there's a part of me that's still holding on to the fact that the Jedi are wholesome and good, and it's interesting that illusion is becoming less and less as they fall into the time of of the prequels. Because we see the again failing upwards coming from Mace Windu. There's mistakes made by arrogant choices and all that, and it's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, it is an interesting thing. Like when we saw less Jedi, we assumed the best.
Yeah.
But the more Jedi we ever see, like through all the stories and stuff, we kind of just learn that they're just. It's like, man, who left these guys in charge?
Yeah. Yeah, and also just the going after kids and stuff like that, and the Clone Wars animated series kind of touch base a little bit on it. It's like they basically go and pick up kids from parents who basically have nothing. I mean, most of the time, the parents who have got a Force-sensitive child don't have anything to live for. And the parents are led to believe, or the mother or the father, whatever, are led to believe that sending that kid off to the Jedi is the best thing for that child's life.
I think those are the only ones we see. I mean, I think they definitely probably go after more, but the people who could afford to say no probably said no.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, and we expect that the Jedi just walk away from that, that straight out no. And we got this weird moment there. It's like there was this no, but it was up to the one mother had, it was a mixed batch of like, Mother Anissa was like, I'm going to let this child make her decision, and Mother Coral's like, no, we don't want to give this kid away, kind of thing. And I thought that was an interesting dynamic to see about that kind of choice, about from the parent perspective of having to give up their child. And the fact is, those two kids, with the exception of the fact that Osha may have felt out of place there, they would have had a sound and livable life on that planet as these dyads, and I feel like that was disrupted, and the Jedi were the ones that did that. It was like it was it was an interesting take.
As isolated as they were, what was I'm still confused on how Osha was just so into Jedi.
Well, again, I think it just goes to the whole. I think the light side and the dark side. I just feel like it's like she'd be more attuned to something that is considered good, and it's obvious they've talked.
I know,
about
but still,
Jedi.
like enough to like know what their emblem looks like and to like geek out about them in secret, like.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
the society was lost thousands of years ago, but that still means that the Jedi were there thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
I know, but still, like it doesn't seem like, if you take away everything and it's just like split these two into two things, it's like that binary of Jedi and Sith are so ingrained,
right?
Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
By the way, one of you mentioned at the very beginning is that a Jedi temple, and it didn't even click to me. It was like, oh shit, yeah, of course it's a Jedi temple. Jedi temples were pretty much, everywhere, throughout the past 10,000 years kind of thing. So it would have made sense that something of the Jedi, the existence of the Jedi, would have been passed down on this planet, even through the witches. So I don't know.
I mean, we're all assuming like that's.
But there's enough of an assumption there, I think, to feel like.
I don't think there is. I
really?
Just, okay. Weird. I want to see why she geeks out about Jedi so much.
Okay. All right.
It's like she even drew the emblem in her book.
We still got
It's like she's watching shows or something.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, like she'd been reading books on the Jedi or something.
Yeah, but
like
what
that.
books?
For sure.
Like what?
Right. No, that's fair enough.
Related civilizations. See,
but then
that's where I'm confused about it. But I like the idea of like one leaning light and dark, which makes sense to me. But to show that the Force is inherently Jedi or Sith, like a binary.
But it always has been. I mean,
no, it hasn't.
Well, like, it's not Jedi Sith. It's light and dark.
Yeah, but light and dark. But then she's representing it with Jedi, and she associates it with Jedi
because that's probably the only thing that's in the galaxy that is currently.
Yeah, but how does she know? Like they're isolated civilizations. See, that's where I'm confused.
Maybe she reached out with the Force. I mean,
maybe.
Maybe.
This is all assumptions.
There's plenty of assumptions. But I also got the impression that the Night Witches kind of came to the planet after the 100 years when the great hyperspace damage had been done. The planet was obviously destroyed. I don't know the specifics on the details on that and what it did to the planets, but if the witches came afterwards, which obviously they did, and they've regenerated everything, then there'd be some existence of a technology there that would have information and stuff. They obviously were living in an old generator,
or mine or something,
a mine or whatever.
I know, but it's still like.
But it means that stuff that knowledge should be around,
especially if you're in a group of like, a culture that despises Jedi.
Yeah, no, this makes sense. But they have talked, but they did talk about the Jedi. So the fact that they probably have had conversations.
Yeah. I know, but then we talk about certain things too. It'd be like a kid being like, "Oh man, I keep hearing all this stuff. I want to be a Nazi." Like in this that we live in.
You fantasize about the Sith all the time, Jason. That's like, come on, the kid can fantasize about being the Jedi.
But in the culture that is like, reprimanding.
I get you.
It doesn't make sense to me still.
Yeah.
Like I wanted that answered. Of like why she was so fascinated with a Jedi being isolated in a world that despises them.
Sure. I get you.
So, and that's a huge motivation for the character. So it's a huge gaping hole.
Sure. Yeah.
For me. But
Any other last thoughts?
Doubt, I guess.
Yeah. Any other last thoughts, guys, before we wrap it up?
We need more Wookiee Jedi.
We need more Wookiee Jedi for sure. Yeah. Elijah?
No, I think we covered it all.
All right.
Wookiee Jedi only
guys.
Fighting against fellow Jedi.
There you go. Yeah, I want to see him go up against a Sith or something. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. If you like our reaction, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we shall be reacting next week to episode 8, the final episode of the season. Hopefully not the series, because I would like to see where this goes in the season 2. I think we all would. We'll catch you all later. Thank you.